G'day, I'm Simulated Irk and welcome back to Simulated Irk Train Simulator. It's been quite some time, but here we are with episode number 40. And this episode will be virgin on the ridiculous for reasons that will become quickly apparent. As you'll see in a future episode on Simulated Irk at simulatedirkgaming.com, I've had a change of studio, a change of scenery, change of lifestyle, and it's fantastic to be back with you on the simulated rails and indeed in real life. This is a little bit closer to what I'll be doing in a few weeks' time at the time of recording. I've changed roles, I've moved out from purely an urban environment to more of an intercity environment, halfway between regional and suburban, with an average trip of about 3 hours compared to maybe an hour away from the capital. So it's absolutely fantastic to be here with you for episode 40, simulatedgaming.com. We are back and we're going to have some great episodes for you of Train Simulator and also across the Simulated Irk gaming universe. I don't know if universe is the right word, but here we are. Speaking of here we are, this is a Virgin liveried high-speed train. Now, Virgin don't run high-speed trains anymore. In fact, any railway company in England don't run any high-speed trains anymore because, with the exception of some that have made their way up to Scotland, the mainstay of the British fleet, the pride of the fleet at one stage, the high-speed train basically has been retired and replaced. And I had this DLC, the Virgin high-speed train, back from my previous installation of Train Simulator, and indeed, there were other episodes where trains like this have featured, but this is the first episode back. I'm a little bit rusty, it's a little bit experimental, we're getting used to a new setup, we're getting hopefully back to the way that I had it many seems like years ago, and in YouTube land it is probably years ago, since episode 39 of Simulated Irk Train Simulator. So where are we in Simulated Irkland? Where are we? Well, we'll have a look, we'll pan around and we'll show you that we're at a train depot. All looks good so far. There's the front of the high-speed train and the simulator driver. Hello sir, looking well in your tie. But this episode will be virgin on the ridiculous, because what we've done, and this is the great thing about Train Simulator, you can take this high-speed train that can go up to 125 miles an hour in the UK, and you can put it on basically a light rail system in Germany, and you can run it. It looks slightly ridiculous, virgin on the ridiculous. There we go, you got it. But we're going to take this, and what we're going to do, we're going to simulate as if we're going on a tour to Farewell, the high-speed train. Now, the high-speed train in England was actually Farewelled on a tour where they repainted a set back into the original colours. But what we thought we'd do, we thought we'd take this Virgin train and take it on this light rail system that we have featured on a previous episode of Simulated Irk, simulatedgaming.com. So let's get into the driver's seat and let's go. So the scenario is that we're basically running a tour to Farewell, the high-speed train. There's probably some sort of local celebration as well, and something a little bit different for the German rail fans out there. So let's jump in the cab and let's get going. So we're in the cab, and we'll see trams, and I had a go at this last night just as a test, and it looked absolutely ridiculous at some stages, but it was fun. So not all simulations, not all episodes are serious. This is me getting back in the swing of things, just getting into the flow of recording, uploading, doing all that sort of stuff, and normal service will resume shortly. So let's give a bit of horn. I'm pretty sure the normal horn doesn't sound like that. Okay, reversing forward. We'll take the brakes off. A little bit more horn. Probably is. I don't think that's the right horn. Brakes off. And a 15k limit. Now during parts of this trip, we actually will let you see outside the train to show you how ridiculous it looks. You would never, of course, in real life have this happen, because for a start, the track would be different. The track would be set up for one of these light rail vehicles that we're setting up, or even though the gauge is the same, the actual loading gauge or the kinetic envelope is probably in real life vastly different. It's probably, the train in reality is probably too wide for the envelope that I'm trying to get it to go down. But we'll go on to the main line now, and of course this is a simulation, so you can do whatever you want. A lot of the times I treat this totally serious, but we're verging on a ridiculous day, and it's great to be back in the seat. 15 speed limit coming up. Now we're passing a light rail vehicle that would normally be on these tracks. From memory it's Frankfurt. So we've got lots of level crossings because it is light rail after all. So much has happened since I've recorded an episode of Simulator, Train Simulator. Now these curves going to be very interesting, so we'll let you watch. That's at the back. We'll let you watch as we go around these curves. Now, in reality, the curves are probably too tight for this train, but it's not reality, it's simulated. So let's have a bit of fun with it as we switch on to another line here. Go back to the cab. So lots has happened since the last time that I recorded an episode. And just thinking about light rail vehicles, I now live in Newcastle in New South Wales, which is about 2 to 3 hours north of Sydney. And since the last time I recorded an episode of Simulator, Train Simulator, there is actually a light rail system in Newcastle now that basically runs past the Simulator studio. We'll just let it roll because we are speeding a bit. It's the 20 zone at the moment. And in Sydney, my previous city, which I still work in Sydney for the moment, see a bus go by. There is actually a light rail that runs down the middle of George Street in Sydney and out to a few of the eastern suburbs. So there's not many people at this station, so we won't pick up here. It sounds like there's a church nearby. So there's lots of things been going on. Transport around the world and also in my little world, so let's slow it down a little bit as we go around this curve, which in reality with this size train you probably wouldn't be on anyway. grass section reminds me of the Parramatta Light Rail, which is also being built. It's in the early stages of construction in Western Sydney, and that little grass section is what's going to feature on some of that system as well. So we're about to go into a tunnel, so not much to see for the next couple of minutes. If you're new to Simulated Erg, welcome. There's lots of previous episodes. This is episode 40 of Train Simulator. There's also, if you're also into trains, there's Train Sim World. Train Sim World very, very soon will actually officially feature the London Underground, which is spectacular. So we're going to stop at this station. Now, of course, in reality, this train is way too long for this platform. So we'll just, and we've got a power car as well. So we've basically got a whole carriage that we can put in the tunnel. So we'll just slowly go through. I'm really used to working with short platforms in real life as well now. So we'll have a look. That's me in the tunnel. Have a look at the other end. That's the other end. The other end is in tunnel as well. So we'll see if we can get the camera to go on the platform. There we go. Didn't do too bad of a job. And now we're going to pick up our passengers. Swing doors on the high-speed train. So we'll just open up. Lots of ladies dressed like Ned Flanders. There goes another one now. Let's jump on. There she goes. So the doors will automatically close, and then we can take off the next stage. Now that we'll have some passengers on board for the next stage of the tour. Here we go. Doors are closed. A little bit of horn. We'll go in the cab. We won't be able to see much apart from in the cab shortly anyway because we're in tunnel. Now you can imagine the amount of diesel smoke that will be in these tunnels and also at the stations as well. Feeling great to be back with you at Simulated Erg. It's been quite some time for various reasons that I'm going to dedicate a whole episode to and show you this studio setup when I finished it, and I'm a little bit satisfied with it to show you what it's like. And I've got a couple of cameras to sort out, but this is a test recording. I've got a sweet 49-inch monitor as an example, so I'm trying to incorporate that into the workflow as well and give me room to do all my recordings and whatnot on the same screen instead of having two screens. We'll pick up the pace a little bit. We can go 50. Got another underground station coming up, so we need to stop here as well. In reality, I've got like 20 metres to play with the, and if this was a normal everyday occurrence, I'd have markers and everything. Let's open the doors. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. Let's go back into the station. There we go. Parliament Splat, so I think that's supposed to be like Parliament Station. I have travelled on a couple of the German rail systems, Berlin and Frankfurt, most in particular. So doors are closed, time to go. Train Sim World, which I was talking about a few minutes ago, that's officially going to feature the London Underground. It's also going to feature a German high-speed rail train as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they manage that, and also the London Underground. there have been some mod episode, some modifications and some mock-ups and everything like that that modders in the train simulator community have done. They have featured on previous episodes of Simulator as well, simulatorgaming.com. But this will be the first time that either a game of train simulator or train sim 20. What is it? Train sim world. They keep on confusing me with all these different names to bring up to 2020 and all that sort of stuff, but to actually see a London Underground train on a simulator that you don't have to do any mods for in this environment is fantastic. And that should actually be happening. I should have it reverse leaning forward. I should be able to move it all. That's why I wasn't going very fast. I should have been able to move it all so I didn't have to reverse leaning forward. That explains what I was basically coasting, or what some people have called angel gear. That should be able to happen. Therefore I wasn't going very fast. Going into a little bit of a dip. If you like other games as well, I've got moneysimulatorgaming.com, Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator. The interesting one about, or one of the interesting ones about Euro Truck Simulator is that there's a team that have been recreating Japan. Now I think play a few games of Euro Truck Sim first to make sure that's all working. But Project Japan looks very, very interesting. There's a whole group of people, some Japanese, some not Japanese, that basically trying to recreate Japan for the truck simulator environment. So now that we're outside again, let's have a look at the train. Now the height difference between the platform and the train isn't actually that bad. It looks to be right up against the edge of the platform there. But the actual length, the actual height rather looks fantastic. I know the train's too long, but hey, that can happen anyway. Just waiting for the train to come into view around the corner. Here we go. So seeing the bus there reminds me of Bus Simulator, Tourist Bus Simulator, which I haven't played yet, but I have purchased. There'll be episodes of that coming soon. And also, there's been some improvements to Fern Bus. I haven't played Fern. I've been playing any game for ages, to be frank. But we'll see how long this train is compared to the light rail vehicles that usually go around. I am speeding, and we're coming into a should really be braking here. Now that curve is tight. That probably wouldn't be able to happen in real life, but look how tight that curve is. There's been some improvements to Fern Bus, so looking forward to that. Bus Simulator 18 has been going for a couple of years now, and Tourist coach simulator, tourist bus simulator looks to be good as well. So looking forward to giving that a bit of a whirl. We probably shouldn't be going through the tram there. So you can see this. You can see the size difference between the two trains. Low speed section, 20 kilometres an hour here. Drop now to 15 as we are coming back to the depot. And we better start braking. So we've just basically done a big loop around, or just roll now, we are in the depot. Nobody's opened the doors for us. I'm not going to crash right through it, that wouldn't be good. So here is our Virgin train back at the depot. Looking fantastic, and this, as I say, this was more of a reintroduction, a little bit of a test for me at the same time, doing a trial trip as we might say, and hoping that everything has run smoothly. Things will slowly get back to normal, the new normal, so to speak. There's been so many changes since the last time I spoke to you on simulatorgaming.com. Hope you have enjoyed the episode. I've certainly enjoyed bringing it with you, bringing it to you. Hey, our driver's disappeared already. He's like, that's it, waiting for the shed crew. The shed crew can handle it from now on, is his theory, no doubt. And I will see you next time. Simulatorgaming.com. Lots of episodes. This has been episode 40 of Simulator Train Simulator. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to stay safe and stay behind the eye line. And don't forget, tracks are for trains.